my top three favorite marketing channels for anyone who's selling software or enterprise technology. Now, traditionally, if you are selling some sort of enterprise tech, your ticket price is a little bit higher. You could be selling $50,000 annual contracts. You could be selling $500,000 annual contracts, or you might be on usage plans that ends up being a few $1,000s per year, depending on what type of market you're targeting. So if you're selling more into that enterprise level, these ticket prices really are a little bit higher, which requires new marketing channels or at least refined strategy compared to, selling something that's 20 bucks a month or $100 total. So in order to get in front of the people that you want to get into or get in front of the top places that those people hang out, you really have to think about that and kind of design the strategy around it. So if I'm an executive who is doing a lot of research, I'm leading a team, and maybe I work at a big mid-market company that has, I don't know, 1,000 employees or 500 employees, and that's my target customer, just for example. Where do those people hang out? Now, at least during the day when they're making their decisions and buying online, they're not hanging out on somewhere like TikTok, or at least not very often, and not taking it seriously when they see an ad. They're probably not, watching a whole bunch of Instagram content, at least during the day, right? But the place where they might hang out on social media could be LinkedIn, right? They're probably on LinkedIn to do their hiring or to do some prospecting for new business or do some research on articles that they're reading. So in order to target those people, it's probably a good idea to, number one, be posting organic content on LinkedIn. Number two, doing outbound marketing on LinkedIn. And number three, running ads on LinkedIn. Now, between those three, you're going to have to choose which one best suits your customer or at least best suits your expertise. All right, so we figured out where they are. They're probably spending at least a little bit of their time during the day on LinkedIn. Now we have to choose which one's going to be best. So if traditionally you've seen very good success or you have some experience in outbound, for example, well, there you go. Your first channel is going to be outbound marketing on LinkedIn. You're allowed to do, 800 email requests per or email messages per month. You have your connection requests, and then you can always post a little bit of content to support that outbound on LinkedIn. So that's your first channel. Another great channel where people tend to hang out for executive level decision makers is, contrary to popular belief, YouTube. If you think about it, most people are learning how to do stuff through YouTube nowadays, so they are spending a lot of time on the platform. The good part about YouTube is that, it's primarily free unless you're running ads. It allows you the ability to target specific channels, and you can run everything through Google Ads in order to target your buyers. Now, of course, if you're selling something for $500,000, it's not going to be a direct book a call purchase funnel, but in order to keep people engaged, number one, it's a good idea to keep posting YouTube content all the time. But number two, you can actually run ads on YouTube instead of running them on Facebook or Instagram like most people are doing. So YouTube is a very untapped place to, maybe spend a little bit more in order to book a call to sell to your prospective market. But if they're an executive, they're probably going to be looking at tutorials on YouTube, things on YouTube, content from their favorite thought leaders on YouTube, and it's a good opportunity to research that, find those keywords, find those channels, create content around it that kind of serves that niche, and also run ads. So that's my second channel, is YouTube in general, but specifically YouTube ads. And then the third thing that you're going to want to be doing is actually, in my opinion, email marketing or newsletter marketing. Now, as you get higher up the ranks, the style of newsletter marketing or email marketing is going to change. These executives are very busy. They don't have a lot of time to read stuff, but you can make high quality content and build a newsletter around it, which will definitely improve your brand. So even if you're a mid-market company that's selling enterprise software, for example, if you can create a brand around the actual topic that you're selling and not just the specific technology, your executive or your target, CEO that you're trying to sell to will read that content if you make it useful, functional, and not overloading. So usually in email marketing, I'm like, email every day, every single day. But it depends, right? If you are creating an actual newsletter that has a brand behind it and is linked to your solution on the back end, you need it to be specific and you need it to be actually useful. So that could just mean, once a week or 2 times a week, maybe 3 times a week, in order to keep people engaged, give them product updates and product demos, but also weave in specific topics about their market so you're targeting the customer and not just talking about yourself and your product. So I hope that makes sense. Those are my top 3 picks for marketing channels. So the first one is LinkedIn. Specifically choose what you're best at, but like LinkedIn outbound, for example. And then YouTube ads and YouTube content. And then finally, email marketing or a targeted branded newsletter. Hope that helps.